All right, let's try this again. Share. Screen sharing. Resume. How come it's not letting me share my screen?
I see your screen.
Okay, now you see it. All right. All right, this is the opportunity platform in Command. This is where you'll upload all your documents. I got here by going to this little handshake over on the left-hand side. See where my cursor is? And it says opportunities. But for today, we're going to start in contacts. And essentially, you would just add a contact. So I'm going to add Donna. And I don't even know. Let's do klrw1084@gmail.com. And then 919-555-2121. How about that? Then we'll create. So I've created a contact here. And this green line shows your contact health. Now, your contact health is based on the amount of information that you have per contact. We like to see you in the green with all of your contacts. The more information you have for each contact, the more ways you can reach out to those contacts and drive your business. So we will be having database days where we have everybody come in, we get a lunch sponsor, and the idea is for y'all to work on getting your database health score up. We like to see you have 200 or more contacts and all in the green. So be on the lookout on the Platinum calendar for our database days. And we do try and give them fun names and have themes and stuff, so they're kind of fun. So once you have your contact here, we'll go over to the right and click on opportunities. And then we will create an opportunity. You'll get this screen, and depending on what type of transaction it is, if you're representing the listing side, the buyer side, or a tenant, you'll choose. So for today, we'll go with buyer. And then we'll scroll down, and the commission rate is required. And I get that you don't always know the commission rate until you're under contract. So just throw in any number in there, and then you can always change it afterwards. You want to change the phase, the opportunity phase, to active. If you are in Cultivate, me and Grant cannot see your opportunities. These are considered leads, and we're not allowed to have access to each other's leads. So in order for us to help you and be able to see what you're working on, you have to change the phase to active. This tells the system these clients are no longer leads, they are actual clients, and you have an agency agreement, so it's okay for Becky and Grant to see their information. Okay. Then you'll hit create, and over here on the right, it's going to create an opportunity. You'll click on the name, and it will bring you back to where we were before. This is the details screen. Once you have the address, you'll need to click on this little pencil above property and fill in the address. I'm going to go ahead and put my home address. And then hit save. This makes it easier for me to determine where the commission check goes, because the attorney is only going to put the address on the commission check, no other identifying information. So if you put the address in there, it makes it so much more easier for me to identify the closing check. All right, once you've got the address in, you'll click on documents. And over here on the left, you'll see pick checklist type. Click on the little arrow. If it's a typical buy or sell transaction, you'll choose residential. If it's incoming referral, which means you're going to receive a referral check from another agent, you'll choose incoming referral. So we're representing the buyer in this scenario, so I'll choose residential. And the system will automatically set up your folders. If I had chosen listing when I created the opportunity, there would be a listing folder here. So we'll click on our under contract and you'll get a list of all of the documents that are needed for a transaction. The ones that say required, you're required to upload. I cannot pay you if they are not uploaded and approved. The ones that say conditional, they're required if they are required by the North Carolina Real Estate Commission per that transaction. So for instance, a residential property disclosure is not required for new construction. So if this was a new construction sale, you would not need to upload one. If it's a resale, they are required, so you will need to upload it and have it approved before I can pay you. Optional forms are just as they state, they're optional, but if you have them, go ahead and upload them. The more information you have for a transaction, the better, especially if the North Carolina Real Estate Commission gets involved. They're going to want every piece of documentation that you have. So go ahead and upload everything. You see the list is kind of lengthy. There is a place here if you have to pay out a referral, you have to have the W-9 and the referral agreement uploaded and approved. Any questions this far? All right. Once you've gotten all of your documents uploaded, you'll hit this grayed out button here. I can't hit it because I don't have any documents uploaded yet, but it will turn black and then you can click on it and submit it to Market Center. It'll shoot it over to our compliance department. The compliance department will go through each form line by line, make sure everything's filled out correctly. If it's not filled out correctly, it'll say returned. Over here by the under contract, there'll be a red oval and it will say returned. And they'll put a little comment right next to the form and let you know what's wrong with the form. And it's up to you to fix it and resubmit it to the Market Center so that it can be approved. If they are not approved, I cannot process your commission check. To get to DocuSign, you'll click Start a Transaction. And it's very slowly going to take us to DocuSign. Oh, very slowly. There we go. It will have created a room for you. So it's already titled Donna Mac. And we've got the address in there already. You'll open up to the document screen and you'll want to add new documents and then click DocuSign Forms. Over here to the left, you have folders that have the forms that you need for the transaction in them already. So the residential buyer agency has your offer to purchase, your buyer agency agreement, questions and answers on home inspections, and your professional services disclosure. Your residential listing has your seller estimated net sheet, your property disclosure, working with real estate agents, and professional services disclosure. And then the residential contract has all of the contract forms that you may need for a contract. And then for your buy and sell packets, you can put the sample forms in there, and this is just easy access to the sample forms. If you go down a little bit, we've got a KW 1084 folder. That's got our affiliated business disclosure in it. This is something that all buyers need to sign. It simply states that even though you are not, you may not be using equity builder mortgage or equity title, we do have a business relationship with them and you need to be aware of it. That's all it says. It's not a contract. Your buyers are not agreeing to use either company. It's just informational and North Carolina requires us to let them know. So just make sure that all buyers sign that. The next folder is the North Carolina Association of Realtors folder that has all of your contractual forms in it for rental, buy, list, and commercial. So you'll eventually become familiar with the numbers, so you can just type in the number quickly. Until then, you can just search like offer, and it will bring it up to T, offer to purchase. Okay. The TMLS folder has all of the documents. I don't know. Oh, delete that. There we go. All of the documents that TMLS will require. If you're listing a property, but they want to put it in coming soon, or if the sellers don't want to have showings for an extended period of time, so you need to fill out a property owner request no showings form, or if they want to remove the listing from the MLS, then you'll need the withdrawal form. You'll need to fill them out, send them over to Brian, have him sign them, and then upload them into TMLS and Command. If you ever need them, let me know. We'll help you get them in the right places. Any questions on using the forms in DocuSign? I'm going to go ahead and bring over the working with realtors. I'm sorry, buyer agency agreement. So I can show you. When you fill out a form, it is always best to fill it out when you're in documents, because it will be in a template form. If it opens up, there we go. And all of your blanks will already be there. All you have to do is go through and fill them all in. So weight and surrounding areas. I'm not going to fill in this whole form. Brian does a class on that. So if you need help with the form, attend one of Brian's classes, but I'm going to fill in some of them. All right. So once you get everything filled out, you'll hit save and close. And then when you are ready to send it to your clients for signatures, you'll click on envelopes, click new. Upload, add room documents, and it's going to show you all of the forms that you had in the room. And I'll put me and delete everything else. And then click next. Oops. All right, and here you see it's all filled in. Now, if you did not go to documents and fill this in, you would have had to put every single text box on this contract. And that is very time consuming. So make sure you're filling it in documents so that it's already done when you get here. Now, if you realize you missed something here, you can go ahead and fill it in, like, oh yeah, I missed this. So let's put something in there. And then we'll put something in here. And there. Your initials and signatures will automatically be placed here. I accidentally deleted the agent signature thing, so it's not showing up, but normally if I had left it there, it would have had all the initials that I need. I wouldn't have had to do anything as far as that. And then just hit send. And it will send over 4 signatures. Any questions on that? And you'll probably have questions the first time you do it. That's fine. The detail screen, if we click on details here on the left, the more information you can put into this screen, the more information that will transfer over to your forms when you fill them out in documents. So I'd start here, fill in all of the information, the address, the legal description, all of that stuff. And then your client's names, put them over here on the right-hand side. And it will all transfer into your forms. You won't have to type them in. Anytime you add a new form to the room, it's automatically going to put all the information in for you. Okay. Any questions? Oh, you guys are easy. All right, we're going to go back to command. And I'll go back to the opportunity. Oh, I think I put her in active. There she is. All right, the next tab we're going to look at is offers and commissions. This is where all the magic happens. This is how I know what to pay you.
Becky,
Yes.
I missed, how did you get to that step on the left? Which thing did you click on the left panel?
The handshake.
Handshake, thank you.
And then it brought me here. And then you've got your listings, your buyers, and your leases. I put her in as a buyer and I changed her status to active. And then up here, offers and commissions.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll hit add new offer. You can change the name if you want to. I don't know anyone that ever does. Hit create offer. You have to put the address here. And hit next. This screen is going to require you to put the buyer and the seller name. So I'm going to put Cola Powell. And then you have to put the other side's agent's name. So we'll put Alita in here, and I'm just going to put G because I know I will murder your name. I'm sorry. All right, click terms. Now this page is a bit tricky. You cannot change the sale price. However, the sale price must match what's on the contract sale price. That must match the sale price on the contract. What I often do and recommend that you do is add up the due diligence and the earnest money and put it in the cash amount. And then whatever the difference is, put it in finance amount, and that will equal the sale price. So let's say we're selling this house for $500,000. They're going to put $5,000 in due diligence. So we'll put the $5,000 down here in option fee, and they're going to put $5,000 in earnest money. That's $10,000 that they're putting up front. That leaves us with $490 difference. So, oops, there we go. So that will make the sale price $500,000. Make sense? I miss my. All right. Down here, seller will contribute blank to a residential service contract. If the seller's gonna pay for a home warranty, that's where you would put that in. So let's say this seller's gonna do a $750 home warranty, and the next box is for closing costs. We'll say they're gonna pay $3,000 in closing costs. They're very generous sellers. Click next and then click save. You'll be brought out here. It's going to show you all the terms of the offer. $500,000, $10,000 cash up front, $490 finance. And then it splits up the due diligence and the earnest money, gives you the close date. I didn't put the due diligence date in there, so it says 0 days, but you could have put the due diligence date in there. If everything's correct, you'll hit accept and then hit manage commission. All right, the contract date for some reason does not always transfer. So you just go into edit general information and throw in your contract date. I'm gonna put May 1st in here and save. And then we'll go down to edit agent payment. And it's gonna give you the total commission, which is $12,000. That's 2.4% of the sale price. $720 of that is going to go to associate royalty. That's the 6% in your cap. If you recall, we said you'd have an 80-20 split, and then 6% would be royalty. So your royalty is $720. Your split would be the $2,400 here. And then you can make KW Cares, KW Kids Can, and Garner Family Fund donations if you like. Just throw them in here in the right boxes. And then if you have to pay grant, Donna, this won't apply to you, but it applies to everybody else on here. In order to pay grant, you will hit add item. And then in this box, you're going to go to deduction. And he's going to get 10% off the top. So the top is $12,000 total. So he's going to get $1,200. Oops. For description, we're going to put PC grant and pay grant leased. The address, you can just throw in the office address. It'll auto-populate and just click on it. And then you can put in the office phone number. Click add. Then here, you'll see on the commission request, it's going to alert me to pay grant out of this check. Now, let's say you have to pay for an OpCity referral or another agent. You'll choose outside referral. We're going back to add item. Choose outside referral. And then the referral percentage, 35%. That's typically what they charge. You'll put in the EIN number that's located on their W-9 that you should already have from them, and put in their EIN number. We're going to say this is an OpCity lead for now, just to keep it easy. And then you would put in the address that is on their W-9. And then if they provided a phone number, you can put the phone number in. If not, just put the office phone number. We're not going to call them. Click add, and it alerts me to pay the referral. If you do not put your referral in your commission request and it does not get paid, I'm going to be calling you and say, hey, you owe OpCity $4,200. You need to bring me a check. It is your responsibility to pay it out of the commission. So if you get all of the commission, it's up to you to pay for it. So make sure the referrals get put into the commission request. Once you've gotten all your deductions and referrals paid, you'll hit save changes. And here is your breakdown, your commission breakdown. 12,000 was the total. Associate royalty 468, that's 6%. Then the 20% here that's going to the market center is 1560. And it did change because you pay that after you pay the referral. That's why it went from 700 to 400. And then we've got grants payment, and then we've got the outside referral of $4,200. So out of $12,000, you'll be bringing in $45.72. And then once you've got all that information in there, you'll come over here and hit submit. I'm not going to hit submit because then the system's going to think that we have a contract that we don't really have. Any questions? No? All right, that's it then. I don't expect you all to remember all of this, so I will post this on the YouTube channel. And you're welcome to come see me or Grant when you go under contract and need help with all this. Alita, you can hit stop recording.